His heart, Mesmo dá pra assessor da cidade.
Volunteer light a candle. Just the bottom. Yeah. Just the bottom. Anyone else? Just the bottom. Place it down. Sadhu. 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 Let us start our chanting before meditation. Turn to page number 5. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. the three refuges. Buddhang sarenang gacchami. Dhammang sarenang gacchami. Sanghang sarenang gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang sarenang gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang sarenang gacchami. Dutiyampi sanghang sarenang gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang sarenang gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang sarenang gacchami. Tatiyampi sanghang sarenang gacchami. Next page, the 5 precepts. Panatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Adinadana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Kamisu miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Suramiraya majja pamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. On the opposite page, affirmative vows based on the 5 precepts. Being aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of all living beings. Being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression, I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in real need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and a long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and heedfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagava arehang samma sambuddho vijja charane sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattha deva manussanang buddho bhagavati. Homage to the Dhamma. Swakhato bhagavata dhammo sangdittiko akaliko ehi passiko openaiko paccattam veditabbo vinyuhiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samiti patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho yadidam chattari purisa yugani atta purisa puggala esa bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuniyo Bahuniyo Dakiniyo Anjali Karaniyo Anutterang Punyak Ketang Lokasansati Sadhu, sadhu. Offerings, offering of light. Ghanesarappaditene Deepene Tamadhansina Tilokadipang Sangbudang Pujayami Tamunudang. Offering of incense. Gandha sambharayuttene dhupenahang sugandhina pujaye pujaniyantang puja bhajana muttamang. Offering of flowers. Vanne gandha gunopetam etam kusuma santatin pujayami munim dasse siripade saruruhe pujemi buddhang kusumene nene Punyena metena labhami mokkhaṃ uppam milayati yatha idang me kayo tatayati vinasa bhavam. Offering of water. Adhivasetu no bhante Paniyang parikampitang anukampang upadaya patigam hatu uttama. Offering of drinks. Adhivasetu no bhante gilane panchayang imang anukampang upadaya patigam hatu uttama. Worship of shrines. Vandami cetiyang sabbam sabbhatani supatititang saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Wish of well-being. Icheva manchang Namaste Niyang Namaste Mano Ratanante Yang Yang Punya Sangdang Vipulang Alatang Tassano Bhave Atante Rayo Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Adi. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind made Adi. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. Generosity, kind words, benevolent action towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds of sympathy function in the world like a linchpin in a moving cart. One by one, little by little, moment by moment. Wise people should remove their impurities as a smith removes the dross from silver. For one who develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. All things are not self. When one sees with this wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path to purification. Excellent, excellent. Okay, let us all together make a genuine effort to cultivate our loving kindness. We all can focus our attention to our own capacity inside the mind. It is time to recognize our inner capacity for loving kindness and to grow it and develop it. It's also time for us to recognize our ability to be aware, be mindful of any experience that we are going through, and then develop that wholesome quality that will help us to live with conscious awareness in our life. So let us rejoice this moment. We all are going to make a genuine effort to cultivate, grow these inner qualities that we all have. And rejoice this moment, and this practice is going to help ourselves and many others So, with that, rejoice and make a determination that I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. This moment I am spending is for the benefit of all living beings, for the benefit of me being kind, more kind and wiser person, and this is going to benefit so many others. And make a determination I will engage in this meditation wholeheartedly. I will make a genuine effort to cultivate loving kindness and mindfulness. With that determination, listen to the sound of the bell and to the chant, and let us try to gather our attention to this moment. Let's try to feel our body, how it is sitting here now, exactly which parts of the body is touching the ground, the cushion, the chair right now. What are the muscles that are pressed? What are the other touching sensation throughout the body? Try to just go around the body and try to feel the body. That will help you to anchor your attention in this moment. Throughout the bell and the chant, stay within your body. Be with your body. With this awareness of the body, we'll allow this body to further relax. This is a good opportunity to give a chance to this body to fully relax, to loosen up all the muscles, to release any tension or tightness. We are all sitting in a very safe place, very friendly place. So we can let go of all the concerns and allow our whole body to loosen up and relax. We can lengthen our breath a little bit and release our breath very slowly, really relaxing and dropping our belly to the front. We can keep such few long in breaths and release it fully, relaxing the chest, the shoulders. With every out breath, releasing, relaxing, and loosening the whole body. With this relaxed body, let us now bring our whole attention to our mind itself. Let us simply watch what are the thoughts, what are the memories that are coming to our mind right now. In this moment, you will have less thoughts, but still we can see the popping up of various memories, various thoughts in our mind from time to time. Let us simply watch. We never know what would be our next thought. So, with curiosity, With openness, let us keep watching and noticing whatever thought that is arising without developing any thought further. We simply notice, acknowledge, and then drop them and wait for the next thought. Various thoughts keep popping up, all these random thoughts. But right now, let us try to cultivate or purposely generate a wholesome thought. Instead of these random thoughts occurring one after the other, we will now purposely generate a wholesome thought, a wholesome quality, loving kindness. Loving kindness is the inner capacity we all have. It is the willingness for everyone to be well. It is goodwill towards all beings. It is friendliness, universal friendliness, and genuine wish of well being towards everyone. We all have that wish in our mind. We now allow that wholesome quality to come to the surface of the mind. Am I willing if everyone is okay and fine and safe? Am I willing if everyone find peace and happiness? Let us allow that wholesome quality, that wholesome wish, that willingness come to the surface of the mind. Let us open our heart just like when we see a little baby, when we hold a little baby. How do we feel? The warmth we feel towards the baby, readiness to care. Let us open our heart just like that. Or whenever we are petting a puppy, kitten, or any other little creature, let us generate that caring, that compassionate, that loving attitude. We will maintain this wholesome quality, this willingness, this wish of well being in our mind little longer. We will cultivate this wholesome quality. We will not let it die soon. We will maintain this wholesome quality, this warmth, this caring, this compassionate attitude. Let us maintain it in our mind by repeating, wishing again and again well being to everyone. Let us wholeheartedly wish well being, peace to all people and all beings. We will start with ourselves, with this person sitting here, with this person, this living being, ourselves. will wholeheartedly wish for this person. Just like any other being, this person also deserves loving kindness. Direct that loving, caring attitude towards this person here and genuinely wish. Repeat these good wishes in your mind to yourself. May this person sitting here be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. May I be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us be kind to ourselves. Let us be generous to ourselves and continue to make all good wishes. If you have a special concern you are going through these days, make a specific wish. If you need more strength or more guidance, more support, wish for that. Let us also direct this loving kindness to this whole body, deeply appreciating the support we receive from all the organs, all the systems of this body, directing this loving kindness throughout the body. May these lungs, the whole respiratory system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May this heart, cardiac muscles, the whole cardiovascular system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this digestive system, all the organs throughout this digestive system, be well, be healthy, be healed. May these kidneys and whole genitourinary system be well, be healthy, be healed. May this nervous system, spinal cord, the brain, all the sensory organs, the whole nervous system. Be well, be healthy, be healed. May this whole body, all the muscles, all the ligaments and tendons, all the bones and joints throughout this body, be well, be healthy, be healed. Let us now radiate this loving kindness beyond ourselves to all other beings, wholeheartedly, wishing the same well being for everyone else. Let us maintain this wholesome attitude, wholesome wish. Let us bring to our mind all the beloved people in our life. How good if all of them also find this well being. May all the beloved people in our life, our family members, our good friends, may all of them be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us expand this wish beyond that circle of loving people to everyone else. May all people living in our surrounding area, let us think about all people living in our vicinity, all these friends sitting and meditating with us, and anyone who is living in this surrounding area. May they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let us keep expanding this wish to include as many people as we can to this wholesome wish. May all people living beyond this immediate neighborhood, in all other neighboring cities, in neighboring states, throughout the country, may all of them be well, be safe, Be healthy. Be peaceful. Let us radiate this wish beyond this country. May all people living in faraway places, in faraway countries, may all of them may all people who are suffering due to poverty, due to fear, due to conflicts, due to natural disasters. Just think about all these people. May they all human beings living everywhere, be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. Let's expand this wish beyond human beings to all other living beings, all animals, from large ones to tiny ones, all animals living everywhere. May they all be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful. May all other living beings, whatever life forms there may be, all those breathing beings, each and every living organism, without exception, be well, be safe, be healthy, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. This loving kindness has no limits, no boundaries. It is unconditional. Let us rejoice. This expanded loving kindness, boundless loving kindness radiating towards all life. Rejoice. This limitless love, unbound loving kindness. With this unbound loving kindness, we will now gently bring our whole attention to our breath. We will deepen our peace by gently resting with our breath. We will now gently bring our whole attention to this gentle flow of the breath, maintaining this wholesome state of the mind. We will simply watch how the breath is happening here right now, in this peaceful moment. You can feel the air going through your nose. Feel the cooling sensation of the air when the air is going into the lungs. Feel the changes of the upper body with the in-breath. Feel the out-breath, how you feel relaxation, emptying of the lungs. And feel the outgoing air, how that air is touching your upper lips. Just try to feel this sensation happening now. This breath is happening right now. Whatever thoughts, whatever memories that may come to our mind is not necessarily real, but the breath is real. It is happening now. Let us be with our breath. Rest with our breath. Mindfully breathing, mindfully breathe out. Let us keep bringing our attention back to our breath again and again. In these last few minutes, let us give our full effort to be with the breath. Rest with the breath. This is our lifeline. This is the most precious thing happening now. Nothing else. Breath is the most precious thing. Be with it. Rest with it. Dukkha patace nidukkha bhayapattace nibbaya Sukampattache Nisoka Hontu Sabbepi Anino. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation. Gently place your palms against your chest. Let us take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have peaceful meditation in our life. Feel grateful to all great teachers, enlightened masters who passed this wisdom from generation to generation. Let us feel grateful to whoever supported your meditation tonight. Feel grateful to anyone who arranged this place for us to meditate. Feel grateful even to these non living things which helped your meditation, including this cushion, this chair, this bell, and this device that help you to meditate from home. With deep gratitude, let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, everyone. I hope that you all were able to abide in loving kindness. Any challenge that you encounter. Feel some pain in my back. Do you use the same cushion?
No, it's mine from home. It's a new one I've been trying.
Okay.
Yeah, just I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, and sometimes those pains can also help us to stay in the moment. Yeah, it can be how we spend the day, right? So sometimes we may have done something yeah, that will stretch our muscles. Sometimes that can happen. Yeah, but I'm glad that you notice it. Okay, let us move to the other part of the program. As you know that these days we are learning about different disciples of Buddha, immediate disciples of the Buddha. During the time of the Buddha, who were the immediate disciples, and we try to learn from them, um, and then their life stories, and try to relate to their life stories, because we are also human beings like them, but how they found the path, spiritual path, and how they attain enlightenment, how they find their happiness. So last week we talked about um, actually uh, you remember who we discussed last week about
A woman who caught in the fire.
yes. And she was practicing loving kindness meditation, right? Yeah. So today also I decided to share with you another story of another lady, another female disciple of the Buddha, and she's from a ordinary family. So I just want to give you different different aspects and different categories, all because many people at the time of the Buddha from from all all levels of society, were attracted to the teachings of the Buddha. And today about ordinary women who actually had a very, very tough life and had the most unfortunate, incident happen in her life, and how she, you know, used her difficult experience to start a spiritual journey. And this story, maybe some of you may have, heard about this story. Do you remember this story of the lady whose the child was passed away, and Buddha asked her to do what? Huh?
To help, like she didn't believe, like
Yeah.
to help her, like
Yes.
she wanted him to revive.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, that's a story. Yeah. But I thought maybe, we will revisit that. This is quite, well known. Sometime many Buddhist books also we have this story in short form. So her name was Gautami, but she was known as Kisa Gautami. Remember the Gautami is also the name of the Buddha's foster mother, who became the first Buddhist nun ever, right? Her name was also Gautami, and her name is also Gautami, but people had a nickname in front of Gautami, Kisa Gautami. Actually, Kisa means actually skinny. So she was skinny, so therefore, so people had that nickname. Maybe little Gautami or Kisa Gautami. So she was born into a very poor family, and then then she got married, and then she didn't look good. She was skinny and not really beautiful to that level. Later she recalled her childhood, her experience. She always said that always I receive scorn, scorn and blame, and that was her life. But after she got married and she was having some stable life, but still during that time in the society expect you to produce a child, particularly produce a son. And so much societal expectation of a lady. So for some time she couldn't conceive, and everyone continued to scorn on her. And after a while she was able to conceive. And she later recalled that after she conceived, and everyone, the in-laws and everyone is like really appreciating her, honoring her, taking care of her. And then when she gave birth to a baby son, and everybody loved her. And of course, that was her first child. And that special bond and happiness of being a mom, giving up birth to another life. But in addition to that, biological, natural, happiness, she has another happiness because of the acceptance, honor, praise that she's receiving from extended family, from society, because that's the moment she got some recognition. All the while she has receiving all this scorn and everything. And she should treasure her motherhood, and she treasure this little baby. But very soon, when this baby was still little, he got an infection. Of course, those days there were no vaccines. Of course, there were no vaccines until 1930s. Right? So it's very common that many young people, babies died at that time. So that this baby got some infection, and then unfortunately, this little baby died. But for Kisa Gautami, this was something unbelievable, something that she cannot accept, because this was for first child, and that's such a pain, and first child, and also this is the child that brought her all the joy and all the recognition, honor to her life, and she cannot accept that baby is dead. So psychological, she become disillusioned, or like she didn't believe that actually it can happen. So she know that she knew that baby is not moving. So she really wanted this baby to revive. So she kind of became distraught, and running around and asking people to cure this baby. she's carrying the dead body, but she wanted to cure the baby. And she went to many people, many, local doctors, and everyone was like laughing at her. But there's one intelligent person thought that maybe if I send this lady to the Buddha, maybe he'll be able to help her. So this this person told her that if you go to that monastery, you'll be able to meet the Buddha, and maybe Buddha will. So she came to the Buddha and present this baby, that body to the Buddha, and said that, Master, please cure this baby. Please cure this baby. And Buddha realized that her mental state, and it's not a time to like give her like a sermon. Nothing will go into her mind because her mind was so distraught. So what Buddha did actually, and first Buddha developed some positive feeling in her, some confidence. Is okay. If you really want to cure your baby, I want a special medicine. And she said that, tell me, I'll bring whatever medicine I will find and bring. Buddha said, I need some mustard seeds. Mustard seeds. Okay, definitely such, I will be able to find. But Buddha said, okay, yeah, then please get me some mustard seed, but make sure that you get this mustard seed from a family where nobody has died. But she didn't get the message first. She was so adamant to like get the mustard seed. Okay, she listened to the advice, and she went to the whole city, and from house to house she asked the mustard seed. Everyone has the mustard seed, and then he asked, okay, does anyone passed away in this home? And they will say, okay, yeah, our grandfather passed away, our brother passed away, our sister passed away. And so, okay, oh, sorry, I want a mustard frame, not from you. And she went to the other home, next home, and next home, and next home. It took a while for her to go to many houses in that whole village and whole city. Every time she's getting this message that someone has passed away in everyone's family. And slowly, she's realizing that actually this impermanence, the death, is something that is happening to many people. So after a while, she realized that actually maybe this is so like it's more like a different kind of therapy, like not like a direct therapy, but more like an assignment, like more like assignment, and she's receiving this message from different people from in the society, right? Like ladies like her. And she may even have met, ladies who lost their babies in that city. So she may be listening, okay, here my baby passed away. And after a while, she start to realize the universal nature of this, and she come to her senses, and then realize that actually this could be the lesson that Buddha really want me to teach. So after a while, after she traveled throughout the city to many families, many houses, and repeatedly hearing this message again, again, she came to some realization, and she actually went to the cremation ground cemetery and dropped the baby there and came back to the Buddha. And Buddha asked, did you find the mustard seed? And she said that matter with the mustard seed is over. And I realized what you want me to teach. And then actually later, so this is the verse, later she uttered, it is not just a truth for one village or town, nor is it the truth for a single family, but for every world settled by gods and men. This indeed is what is true, the impermanence. But that's not the the end of the story. And then and now she has no son, and she was definitely very sad and sorrowful, and also definitely she will not get the honor or acceptance back in her family. So Buddha asked her to become a nun. So Buddha, by that time, Buddha already started, there were nuns. So Buddha, got a senior nun to like take care of this, lady. And before you become a nun, usually have, some training period. And eventually she became a nun. And she has a kind of new place to live, new home to live that nobody will ridicule you because you don't have a child. Because all are renunciants, right? So they have different values, right? So she was able to like feel comfortable. There's no, she doesn't have to live according to the social demands. She doesn't have to look good. Doesn't have to look pretty. She doesn't have to like all this pressures is gone. You just wear a simple robe and and live with the other nuns. So she had that comfortable life after that, and of course, not only that, she started um, practice the teachings and practice. Realizing this. Of course, because of her this experience of suffering, it was so easy, blessings, for her to like relate to the teachings of the Buddha, because the Buddha talks about the human suffering and how it arises and how it can be overcome. So she was really able to experience. She's really referring to her own condition. Why I am having this kind of pain? Why I'm having this kind of this kind of um, like an arrow in my heart, and she was examining it and try to compare the teachings with her. And because of that, she was able to relate and then be able to practice. And then she has no other laziness. She has no other goals, and she was very adamant, very committed, and she was practicing every day, following the precepts and practicing mindfulness and meditation, loving kindness. Particularly, she practiced deeper meditation. And then she also later reported actually the moment she actually got the breakthrough, enlightenment at the beginning, in the first stage in discussion after she became a nun, she was able to enter the first stage of enlightenment with the support of the Buddha. But then, of course, there are, 4 other stages. And the last stage, you really have to directly experience the momentary nature of, arising and passing away of every phenomena in a subtle manner, like in a very so you have to have direct experience of that. In order to do that, you have to have a deep, deep, deep settled mind, deep, very strong concentration. So one day she was actually meditating in the night, and then towards the end of the meditation, she had to look at the lamp that she had in her kuti, in her hut. When she was looking at that lamp, she saw the flame is dancing. That became her object of meditation. She was already settled her mind, very calm, no other thoughts, very stable, very sharp, like directly focusing. And she saw this dancing flame, and she started to contemplate on it. And she said, and particularly, when you look at this flame actually occurring, it looks like a flame. Like even in language, we call it a flame, as if it is the same flame from the time of lighting it until now. But actually, the moment you light it, and now it could be, maybe the millionth of the flame, because every time that flame is reproducing itself, every moment it's burning certain amount of new air and new wick, and new um, new wax. Yes. So every moment, though it's like a single flame, but actually every moment is a different flame, and but it's our normal naked eye, we can't see it. But with a deep meditative, concentration, we can directly experience it. And so she was able to to experience that this is the nature of everything, not only the flame. Every phenomena, every being, anything, any phenomenon in the world is has this nature of arising and passing away, rising and passing in rapid succession. It looks like solid. It looks like it's permanent, but actually it's this nature. And and once she focused on that, she said that even as it is with the flame, so also it is with living beings. Some flare up while others flicker out. Only those who have reached nibbana, means enlightenment, are seeing no more flickering. And some flare up and while others flicker out. That's the nature of our life, right? Only those who have realized the real truth has cooled it down. That is nibbana. So when she was having this insightful moment, Buddha sensed that she's about to have the complete enlightenment, and Buddha actually came to help her right there. And Buddha came to her hut and then and guided her to like keep on that contemplation, keep on that contemplation. And she said that if you continue this moment, the moment that you realize deep reality is more valuable, worth than 100 years in your life. So this moment you are going to have is more valuable than 100 years of life. So Buddha encouraged her, and she is keeping focusing and focusing, and finally she was able to break through her own all defilements and ignorance, and became the fully enlightened nun. And this is a very important story for us to understand that how, of course, that shows that, what kinds of people, came to the Buddha at that time, all different kinds of people. It's not limited to any social class, many people. But I think most of the time, either people who are well-to-do, but somehow have the wisdom to understand that this is meaningless, like overconsumption is meaningless. So Buddha himself, was a prince, and then but he was able to like see how this overconsumption or this life of indulgence has no meaning, maybe something unethical, and they want to find the alternative way. But there are also many disciples of the Buddha who actually had the most difficult, and painful experience in their life. That became the door for them to go into spiritual path. So therefore, actually, whenever we encounter like big adversities in our life, can be a serious sickness, can be any other change in our life. All these adversities can be a doorway, can be an opening, can be a beginning point of a more valuable life. I know so many people. You may also know so many people who actually, after they were diagnosed with serious cancer, they started to live life seriously, and then and they live the whatever left life with many meaningful life, and do so many wholesome things. If they were not diagnosed with that cancer, they will still live their life, maybe a little bit few more years, not very much. But they will not live that kind of meaningful life at all, because they don't really take the life seriously, right? Still looking for some kind of different kind of pleasures. So therefore, our adversities, our pains, sufferings are not necessarily bad. Think about this, Kisa Gotami, and think about losing your first child as a mom, and how difficult it is, and how painful and how distraughtful it is. But that was her opportunity. If that didn't happen, she might be still roaming around and not having like really that kind of meaningful life. So many such people, and we will learn about another lady, hopefully, who lost her all three children. Yeah, there's another sad story. But these stories are really important and influential and inspiring for us. And even in our library, we have 12 panels of the life story of the Buddha, like just to briefly tell children to show the life story of the Buddha. And one panel is about this story. You can go and see how this Kisa Gautami is coming and presenting the baby to the Buddha, asking him to cure him. Yeah. And then later, actually, she also she has uttered, all these early disciples of the Buddha has uttered certain poems, and they are, because they also produce their own disciples, so their own disciples memorize those poems as as inspirational, reading, inspirational recitation for them to practice. So Kisa Gautami has uttered, poems. They were fortunately preserved for us. So I'm going to read few of them, not all, few of them for you to like get an idea. There was okay. Born to a lot of born to a lot, so humble, a target of scorn. By the light of truth, I won release. I too have tread that eightfold path, so noble, roadway leading to peace. That quietude I have myself realized, that truth's mirror I have deeply gazed. The wholly developed by me is the eightfold path, going to deathlessness, the Nibbana realized. I look into the mirror of the Dhamma. With dart removed am I, burden laid down, done what is to be done. The elder Nankisa Gotami, freed in mind, heart, and has chanted this. The to the word that Buddha has praised the value of noble friendship by resorting to noble friends. Even a fool becomes wise. One should resort to worthy people, for thus one's wisdom ever grows. By resorting to holy people, one is freed from suffering. So she's appreciating the noble friendship. That means, like, the guidance we get from spiritual teachers and encouragement we get from spiritual friends. We call it spiritual friendship. So she's appreciating that. I think because of that spiritual friendship, she was able to, to overcome her suffering and, become such a noble person. So she's appreciating that. Any thoughts, sharing? Yeah.
Sri Lankan nuns teaching in the United States?
Say again?
Are there any Sri Lankan nuns teaching in the United States that you're aware of?
Yeah, there's few. One is in there's a temple in South Carolina. I don't know North Carolina. There's one, but not only Sri Lanka, but there are other, many nuns. Yeah, but there's one. At least she was originally from Bhavana Society, and there are many in the West Coast. Thoughts or sharings or questions or comments? Don't be afraid of suffering.
Teaching.
Okay. Actually, the story of the Kisa Gautami is of course showing us that how any kind of adversity can be a door for our spiritual growth. But at the same time, it also shows us that how at the time of the Buddha, what kind of freedom that women were able to have because of the nuns order. Like how she found refuge, in the among the nuns. And I would like to share you, and I just there's another poem uttered by another lady who was really another nun. Actually, she has only uttered one poem, but it's very strong. and I will read that. And she's rejoicing the freedom she's enjoying by becoming a nun. This is the freedom. So freed, so thoroughly freed am I. From 3 crooked things set free. From mortar. You know the mortar? Is something you use to grind the.
Oh, okay. Mortar and pestle.
Yeah, that's mortar and pestle, right? Yeah. From 3 crooked things I became free. The mortar, the pestle, and crooked old husband. Having uprooted the craving that leads to becoming, I am set free from aging and death. But so before she said that I'm freed from aging and death, but she said that I'm free from 3 crooked things. That's all what she has uttered. But it says a lot. The kind of household duties they had, the burden, kind of life they had, and also the maybe abusive, relationship they had.
Okay, a different variation of that story with a different woman who lost her husband and 2 sons on the same day.
Yeah, yeah, that's a different
It was
story. Yeah,
different,
yeah.
And then the second part is similar with the mustard seed.
Actually, and for that, Buddha did not call mustard seed.
Okay.
Yeah, only the one.
Maybe mix that.
Yeah, it makes up. Yeah, only losing the only child. Buddha gave her the mustard seed. The second one, we'll learn about. Hopefully, we will be able to learn about that too. So also, she was also complete. She didn't ask for any medicine because they were all like washed away in the river, and she came without any clothes. So then Buddha used a different method. Yeah, but these 2 stories, can mix up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think some people do mix them up. And
Yeah,
tell them
actually, you are correct because there's a reason for that because sometimes the title of these stories are in different in Buddhist text. Sometimes this title of the stories are like people flip interchange. Yeah. But only the name. But the 2 stories are 2 different stories, but the name can be interchanged. Okay, so with that, let us remember that even a lady like her was able to find a refuge, and even that kind of suffering, imagine that kind of suffering, she was able to overcome even that kind of pain by learning these teachings, by practicing these teachings, and fully able to recover from that pain. And what about our pains? Right? She was able to overcome from that and evolve herself to a spiritually saint, like a spiritually evolved nun, and the kind of suffering that we are going through, we should develop the confidence, right? Yeah.
We have gone through the penetrating insight of the Buddha to know exactly what lesson to provide.
That is why actually that during the time of the Buddha, many got enlightened because Buddha was such a great teacher. He knew exactly what is the most appropriate method for that particular person to overcome the hindrances, overcome the wheel of ego. For us, we have a common method we have to try, but there are skillful teachers who will. Okay, so with that, let us move to the other part of the program. Okay, it is time to share this, good merits. By coming to this practice and doing this practice together, we have generated so much goodness in our heart, good energy, good merits, good karma. Let us share these good merits with everyone else. First of all, let us recall to our mind our departed ancestors, our departed family members. Let us feel deeply grateful for their love and care and share these merits with them. May all of our departed family members, ancestors, relatives share these merits. May they be well, happy, and peaceful wherever they may be. Idang me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Idang me ñātīnaṃ hotu sukhita hontu ñātayo. Let us also share these merits with all other living beings. If there's any being in this world who would like to share this merit, may he or she do so. May all living beings share our merits. May all living beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Ettavata che amhihi sambhatam punya sankadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act quicken the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana, purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have carelessly done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be heedful. Let us now listen to the blessing chant. I'm going to chant the Loving Kindness Sutra. This particular sutra was given by the Buddha with great compassion for all living beings. I'm going to chant the same sutra for you now, wishing you good health, peace, and happiness. You may also recall to your mind whoever you want to share these blessings with, your family members, people who are sick. Remember and recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Karaniya kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamicca sakko ojoca sujoca suvacoca mudu anatimani santos sakoca subharoca ampakincoca sallahuka Tantvindriyocha nipakocha ampekabbo kulesu ananugindo nacha kutang samachare kinchena vinyo pare upavadeyum sukhino vakemino huntu Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta ye kechipana bhutanti tasavata varava anavasesa digava ye mahantava majjima rasakanukatula Dittavayev addittayesh dure vasanti avidure bhutavasan bhavisiva tabbe satta bhavantu sukhitatta naparo parang Nikumbeta nati manyeta kanta chinang kanchi vyarosana patigha sanya nanya manya sansadukka mitya mata yata niyang puttang ayusa eka putta manurakke Evam pisabba bhutesu manasang bhavaye aparimanang mettang ca sabba lokasming manasang bhavaye aparimanang uddhang adocha tiriyang ca asang badang Averang asapatang titang charang nising nova sayanova yavatasang vigadamindo etang satim aditteya brahmamitam viharang idamahutit anupagam silava dasanena sang kami subinaya gedang nahi jatu gambaseyang punareti etena satcha vajjena sottite hotu sabbada etena satcha vajjena Sambarogo vinasatu etena satcha vajjena hotu te jaya mangalang Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena Sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakkantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena Sada sotti bhavantu te. Let us spend a moment of reflection. Try to recall to your mind whatever kind deed that you were able to do during your past few days. Think about an incident that you were able to help someone, be able to listen to someone, or be kind to someone, even a simple act of kindness. Let us rejoice. These opportunities to be kind to others. On this day or in the past, if I have done kind deeds to other beings with my body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds and glad to share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds relieve the burdens of other beings. May my kind deeds shield me from all dangers and pain. May my kind deeds and merits that come from them help me in freeing my heart. Let's now recall to our mind whatever kindness we receive from others. Think about your past few days and recall to your mind whatever kindness, a kind word, help, or care you receive from others. Let us rejoice the goodness of others. On this day or in the past, if I have seen or heard of the kind deeds done by others with their body, speech, or mind, whether great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in the goodness of others, being always ready to praise kind people and follow their example. I rejoice in the goodness of others, appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world. I rejoice in the goodness of others, expressing gratitude for any kindness done. May the kind deeds of others bring safety and happiness to many living beings. May the kind deeds of others foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings. May the kind deeds of others nurture goodness in me and many living beings. Sadhu, sadhu. So nice to have you all tonight. Appreciate you coming here and also appreciate those who join our YouTube. And today only me, but you all supported me. So, Bante Mehta will be back tomorrow. Bante Kamal Siri also having his next interview with the embassy to get his visa on 2nd October. We'll all chant that this application will be successful because he was denied earlier. Yes, yeah. Thank you.
Bante and Meeta coming back or what?
Tomorrow. So this weekend is one of the biggest weekends. We are going to have a meditation retreat Friday evening, starting the orientation, and Saturday whole day, and Sunday until 5 o'clock. Tonight we will close the registration. So tonight, so if you are still interested, now is the last time you have to register for the retreat. If you want to know more about, we have a announcement at in our notice board. Otherwise, you can ask from me. We have a very special teacher coming to guide the meditation on Friday. Okay, thank you everyone. Wish you all a peaceful night. Look forward to see you again. Please come to have a blessing string.
But I also noticed
And she